One question I've gotten quite a few times is, how do I do my makeup for an interview? And a lot of you have commented on my makeup, my eyeshadow in particular, and said that you really like it. Thank you so much. Today I'm going to show you how to do it and what you should wear for an interview. So a couple of notes just starting off. Your makeup in an interview should be natural looking. This isn't the day for any crazy colors. This isn't the day to wear a bold red lip. This is the day to look like a natural, pretty you, okay? So just know this isn't crazy makeup. That's for the weekends and a Friday night, right? So keep that in mind. But this is how I do my makeup. This is how I would do it for an interview. You're going to see how to do this look. So let's go to my bedroom so you can see. All right, so hello. We are up close and personal on my face. Fun fact, I do have a beauty channel. I have not done tutorials on it in quite a while, so this is like taking me back. So I'm using a mix of high-end and low-end products, but for the high-end stuff, I will put dupes in the description box below. I'm using what I have, and what I really wanted to show you, like, these are the things I love. This is literally how I would do my makeup if I had an interview, and so I didn't want to fake it and tell you something that I wouldn't personally choose to use just because I want to give you drugstore. But I do have good drugstore dupes. I do have some really good things that I love. They're just not what I would reach for the interview. Doesn't mean they're not good. So going with that, very first thing, Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer is the best primer out there. Today I have sunscreen on because, as you can tell, I spent my weekend outside. Please don't at me about my very overly tan face. Angel Veil from NYX is a great dupe for this. Oh yeah, and then I don't know what I did here, but I'm having issues there. So you'll get to see how I cover up as well. I'm gonna let this sit for a second and kind of soak in. Let me tell you, I am using a beauty blender. This is the Beauty Blender Pro. I'll be honest, I don't really see a difference between the pink and the yellow and the black and the blush toned and the nude and the whatever. I had a 10-pack of these. This is my last one. The next thing I'm gonna use is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. This is their just brightener illuminator one. I do love this. I have tested a bunch of concealers, a bunch of under eye. I will use a different under eye concealer, but as a brightener, because I just have dark circles, it's genetic with me. I love this. This is pretty new. I've used this twice so far, I think. This is my new one. And I just take my beauty blender and buff that out. Now, I am going to use Born This Way. It is a Too Faced Undetectable Medium to Full Coverage Foundation. I love this. What I love even more is this. Holy cow. Like you can see, the label is off it. This is the Born This Way concealer. It's also a retouch cream. It's amazing. I just really want to even out my skin. Now, in the box below, I'll put links to this as well as 2 others if you want a drugstore foundation. And if you were just not a makeup person, but you're like, ugh, I have to do something for this. I can't just have my plain face. I will give you my lightest weight option that I get compliments on all the time. So now I have nothing to my face whatsoever, no contours. Now I'm gonna use my concealer. So this concealer, and you'll see how far this spreads. It's kind of crazy. I'm just like hitting anywhere that has some sort of issue today. I like to use a brush with this concealer. This is a Morphe. Oh, has it worn off? This is a Morphe brush. I'll try and find it and link it below, but it just distributes really nicely. Like you can see, it pulls really far. So I end up getting quite a bit of coverage. So my goal with this makeup is to look natural, like myself on a good day. You don't want to have too much makeup. If you have on a really thick over-the-top foundation, that kind that makes you look like a doll, weirdly, there have been studies that show that when someone comes in with that much makeup for an interview, they believe they're untrustworthy. When they don't have any makeup on, they believe they can't do the job. It's like Goldilocks, like it's gotta be just right. So that's what we're going for. I like to add a cream blush. I'm just using what I have. This is the Rose Beauty Booster from Trish McEvoy. I I didn't add contour today. I will do it with powder in a minute. So now I'm going to add Mineral Veil. This is the powder I have around. Because I have cream foundation on, if you know the Bare Minerals way, you're supposed to buff this. Because I have actual cream foundation, not a powder, I press because I don't want to buff and move everything around. So now my face is set. Now I'm going to use my Butter Bronzer to add some shape back to my face. Next, I'm going to use blush. This is Milani. This is Luminoso. This is the one everyone and their mom talks about. It's a dupe for that super famous NARS one. I say that word, this gets demonetized. So, blush on. Next, I'm going to put on my EyeBase. I'm a big fan of eyelid primer. Whoo, look at that. I'm a big fan of eyelid primer just because my eyelids get super greasy. So, eyelid primer for the win. Others that I love the Urban Decay one, and I love the Too Faced eyeshadow primer. That one, nothing moves. Now, if you can't get either of those, the Maybelline one, it's great too. I like that one too. I don't think I could say it's just as good, but it's good. I'm gonna use Brow Powder or Brow Power pencil to fill in my very sad need to be waxed brows. Salons haven't opened up yet in California at the time of filming this, hence why my hair is 2 different colors and my brows are not the greatest. Okay, now the fun part, to me at least. Eyeshadow time. So this is palette by e.l.f. You can normally get it at Target. You can get it at CVS. You can get it online. Y'all, this palette is amazing. Like, for being, I think it's a $10 or $15 palette. Just, we're gonna live in this area. The thing with makeup for an interview, I don't recommend doing anything shimmery or overly shimmery. We might add the smallest touch of something. I don't recommend glitters. I don't recommend this being the day you're like, let's try a smoky eye or a high black cat eye liner. You want to look natural. Doesn't mean you can't have fun with it. Doesn't mean it can't be a little dark. You'll see, but we don't want to do, like, I'm not using that green color. So I'm going to start with that very basic cream and put it all over the lid. Because our makeup shouldn't distract in an interview. You want them to pay attention to your words, not the beautiful, even if it's beautiful. Like, I love makeup. I would be distracted and be like, how did she do that cat eyeliner look? That's really good. And I haven't paid attention to a word you said. So then I'm going to go in with Uptown because this is what fits my coloring. Depending on your skin tone, it might be one of these, possibly that, you know, just depending. But something natural, a little bit darker than your eye. And for those of you who have complimented my eye makeup, I do some version of this every day. So you might see different shadows on the channel, but just know this is basically the way I do my eye makeup. Does everyone have a spot where makeup won't get? Like, I have this weird 2 spots on this side, right there and right there, that makeup just does not like to go. It's a real effort. Now, this, what do they call it? Charmer, this like light kind of like lavender color. It's a color, but it's not a crazy color. I'm gonna go back and just add that in the crease. I'm not gonna pull it as high. So for those of you who hate makeup, you could do this, and add mascara and be done. For those of you who love makeup and want to do a little extra, I'm going to show you how far we get to go. I'm also going to take this color and just in the corner, do the little sideways V. Oh, also, I know that for some reason when I do this on camera, it looks really hard and all my brush stuff looks like I'm going really hard on my eyes. I'm not, I promise. And then I'm going to take this earth color and same thing, but I'm not going to pull it up. I'm just going to do a little bit in that corner and then a little bit in this corner. We're layering color. That went a little higher than I meant it to. The world's not over. It'll be fine. Okay, so for those of you who are like, but I didn't do makeup if I didn't put on shimmer, tiny shimmer. I am going to use this Glamour color, just this very light kind of champagne, and just fill in the rest of my lid into the corner. It's subtle. It brightens my eyelids since I have like drooped eyelids. I'm not a huge eyeliner person. Sometimes I use it. I will probably rim my eye today. I like to use this super flat brush from Stila. I got it 1,000,001 years ago. I will try and find it. They don't make this one anymore. I will try and find a dupe, but it is, let's just look. It is so flat. I am going to use Muse. It's this kind of dark plum / brown color and just line all the way around my lid. It's not a thick line, it's more to just give definition to my light lashes. Okay, this next step I wouldn't always do for an interview because this could look a little heavy-handed, but I'm about to film for the rest of the day and I want my eyes to find more. So I am using a Marc Jacobs liner, the Highliner gel eye crayons. These are amazing for your waterline. This is in Midnight in Paris. So I'm just gonna rim my inner line. You're not gonna be able to see it because I have to get like real low. And then I'm going to put on my, that's not mascara. I'm going to put on my mascara. I'm finishing up a little Bad Gal Bang from Benefit. I will repurchase this. This sucker is amazing. So I'm gonna do those. I'll come right back. Okay, so if you are interviewing in person, I would put on a lipstick and a setting spray and stop right here. But because I am on camera, there are a couple of other things I'm going to do. And if you are doing this over Zoom, there are a couple of things I recommend you do, or like one little secret tip. So this is going to feel like a lot. I'm gonna get comments about this. I can already feel it, but I use Bare Minerals Blemish Rescue Skin Clearing Loose Powder Foundation. It's a powder foundation, but it's not. I use it like a setting, like a finishing powder. So you don't have to get this one. It's the one I like. But even just doing one more coat, that's what I'm calling it. One more coat of powder, it just smooths everything out even more. This one I do sort of rub a bit more because everything is set already. And it sort of just blurs everything out. Then, where are you? I use Urban Decay All Nighter because it is the best setting spray. It's one of the originals, right? You could debate if it's that or Model in a Bottle. I got a couple little droplets, so I'm fixing those. Wow, this eyebrow is real unruly today. I don't know what's going on. I might have to add gel. And then the other little secret I used that you didn't see was I use NYX Proof It mascara top coat. So my mascara runs under my eye, no matter if it's a waterproof, not waterproof, whatever. If I set it with that, it stays. So last steps, I would just add a neutral colored lipstick. This is a Bare Minerals Bare Pro small guy that I had that I've been working through. Apparently it doesn't even have a name. There's no name. If it's even still available, there's a NYX $4 lipstick that I love that I still have samples of that I'll put, it's called Flutter Kiss. I'll put it in the description box. I don't know if I'm loving that color today. Here, we'll use this instead. This is my other favorite. This is, we all say it's called Made in Italy. It's not. This is Spiked from Sephora's Lipstories line. Yeah, this is what I want. It's got a little more plum. You know, sometimes you gotta play with it. You don't quite know. So that is how I would do my makeup for an interview. Now, one last thing, since you have seen my nails through this video, First off, I'm like super stoked on these. I'm really loving this Olive and June summer collection. I would not have this on for an interview. Please do not wear rainbow colored nails for an interview, but I didn't feel like changing my polish because y'all, this took a lot of time. Can you see? They're blended. I blended them. I'm super proud of that purple blue, but I digress. That's not what this is about. So I hope you enjoyed this. Don't worry, not turning into a beauty channel, but some of you have asked. I wanted you to see how I do my makeup. It's natural, it's enough, but I still look like me. I'm not gonna go walk a catwalk. So let me know in the comments what other questions you have about makeup, skincare, you know, what to wear for an interview or just in the workplace in general. Put that below, and hopefully I can answer those in a future video. Thanks. Bye.